Hey everybody, so today is a huge day in the NHL. There are 15 games. Almost everybody plays tonight. Obviously not everyone can because there's an odd number of teams, but the Columbus Blue Jackets are the only team in the NHL that do not have a game today. Everyone else is playing. So with this many games and this much fun ahead of us today, I decided that I would do a one-off prediction video. Normally I do picks of the week at the beginning of the week, but I don't do daily predictions on this channel or anything. But with so many games today, I decided I'm going to go through and try and predict the winner of every single game that's going on in the NHL today, all 15 of them. And this should be a lot of fun. Before we get into the video, I just quickly want to remind everyone to please hit that like button and give the video a thumbs up. That greatly helps out the channel. And if you're new to the channel and happen to be watching, please hit that subscribe button down below and follow along for all my hockey content this season and all year round. So we got a one-off prediction video here. Let's get right into it. First game of the day is the Carolina Hurricanes at the Minnesota Wild at 2 p.m. I'm going to go with the Carolina Hurricanes. Carolina has been playing better their last few games. Minnesota still near the bottom of the league. I'm going with the Hurricanes in that one. Vegas at the Los Angeles Kings at 4 p.m. Give me Vegas in that. Vegas has been struggling recently. They're back down towards 500. A game against a league-worst LA Kings team might be just what the doctor ordered. Yes, it's on the road, but I've got the Golden Knights. Dallas at Edmonton, also at 4 p.m., and this is going to be a really, really good game. Both of these teams have been playing well as of recent, but Edmonton at home, Connor McDavid coming off a 6-point game. I've got the Edmonton Oilers in that one on home ice. I think they, in a very good and very close game, beat the Dallas Stars. Also at 4 o'clock, we have the Calgary Flames at the Arizona Coyotes. This is another one that's going to be close between two teams that are real, pretty even with each other. I'm going to take Arizona in this one. The Coyotes just suffered a bad loss against Minnesota. I think they come back from that and beat the Flames. So I got Arizona at home over Calgary tonight. Winnipeg at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay needs to get their season back on track. They just had a huge win over the New York Rangers. Forget what the final score that was. I think it was 9-3 was the final score. Tampa's got to get things back on track. They're at home, 4 p.m. game against a Western Conference team that had to travel. Tampa Bay's got to win this game. I'm going with the Lightning. At 7 p.m., we have Washington at the Boston Bruins. Both teams played last night. Washington lost to Montreal. Boston beat Toronto. Both teams had to travel to Boston because Boston was in Toronto. Washington was at home against Montreal. So they both have to travel to Boston and play on the second night of a back-to-back. This is going to be a close game, but Washington is a team that has always given the Bruins trouble, especially over the last, 10 years or so, really from 2010 on. Washington's been a thorn in the side of the Bruins, so I'm going with the Capitals tonight against my hometown Bruins team. I think that the Capitals end up beating Boston. Ottawa at Buffalo, also at 7 p.m. Buffalo hasn't won a game in their last 5. Now they are playing a bottom-feeding team like the Ottawa Senators at home. Give me the Sabres in this one. I think they finally get back into the win column. Ottawa is the kind of team that I think they need to play to boost their confidence back up and get themselves back winning games, because it's been a rough month of November for the Buffalo Sabres for sure. New Jersey at Montreal, 7 p.m. game. Now, New Jersey's been playing better as of late. They beat the Pittsburgh Penguins last night. Montreal beat Washington last night. That were in Montreal. Both teams had to travel, so that doesn't really give an advantage to either one. Being in Montreal obviously gives the advantage to the Canadiens. New Jersey's been playing better, but they're still a pretty bad road team, so I'm going to go with the Montreal Canadiens in this one. I think they beat the Devils. New Jersey, while they're getting a little bit better, certainly have struggled on the road this season. New York Rangers at Florida Panthers tonight. Okay, so the Rangers just got absolutely destroyed by the Tampa Bay Lightning this past week. Florida, huge come-from-behind win over Boston this past week. Florida at home. Give me the Florida Panthers. I think they get another W tonight over the Rangers. Islanders at Philadelphia. That's going to be a really, really good game. That might be the best game of the night, if not one of the best games of the night. Phillies played very, very well this season, and they're playing very well as of late. Where the New York Islanders, obviously, are one of the absolute best teams in the Eastern Conference right now. Shutdown defensive team. This game to me is an absolute toss-up. Can go either way without a doubt. I'm gonna go New York Islanders on the road, win it with defense, and I think the Isles get another W here tonight. Toronto at Pittsburgh, another 7 p.m. game. Maple Leafs coming off a loss at home against the Boston Bruins. They had to travel to Pittsburgh to face the Penguins. Penguins, obviously, without Sidney Crosby, that's a huge loss for them. They just took an L against the Devils last night. Pittsburgh back at home seems like a good pick, but you know what? I'm going to go with Toronto in this one. I think Toronto just flat out outscores Pittsburgh without Sidney Crosby in the lineup. I'm going to go on I feel like this is kind of going on a limb, but I'm going to take the Toronto Maple Leafs over the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. Now at 8 p.m., we have a couple of games. We've got Anaheim at St. Louis. St. Louis is obviously off to a very, very good start this season. This game, to me, is a clear Blues at home are very much the favorites. I'm going with the St. Louis Blues. And Chicago at Nashville, also at 8 p.m. Chicago's been playing a little bit better as of late, but I'm going to go with the Nashville Predators. On home ice against a division rival and a big-time rival like the Chicago Blackhawks, those are the games that Nashville needs to win if they want to be a top team in the league. Nashville tonight. Colorado at Vancouver at 10 p.m. This is an interesting one. Obviously, Colorado is going through a lot of injury issues right now. Vancouver has been good this year, but they've had some really frustrating losses against teams that they should beat. But in Vancouver, an injury-riddled Colorado team, I think Vancouver is going to come out with a very close, very hard-fought win in this game. And I'm going to go with the Canucks. I've been riding Vancouver hard all season. Colorado as well. I'm very high on the Avalanche as well. But I'm gonna take Vancouver in this particular game. And our final game of the night, game number 15, Detroit at San Jose. 10:30 p.m. I am going with the San Jose Sharks in the Shark Tank at home. San Jose has obviously gotten off to a terrible start. They've been much better recently. The last few weeks have been very good for the Sharks. They finally seem to be getting back on track and starting to look like the team that I think we all expected to see this season. So I'm going to go with the San Jose Sharks over the Detroit Red Wings tonight at home. And those are my picks for all 15 games in the NHL tonight. As I said, Columbus is the only team not playing. A lot of games, a lot of action. Should be a lot of fun to watch tonight and today, this afternoon, a number of afternoon games as well. Those are my picks. So with that, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description below. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon and merchandise store are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.